like, and they're going to tell their story to you. Okay, first step is Aurora and 1 minute. Aurora and Bill. We want to dance and we swing as a jumping so him. We bump in together and we hug each other. We go like this and we go like that. We high five forever and we get together. Our time is to wear tiaras. We do it on purpose. But then we notice it's time to be royal again. But then we should bump it. But then we go boom. We are the princesses. Your hairstyle we doom. Okay, that was a really good one. But now let's do Belle, Tinkerbell, and Ariel. We can fly in 2 pieces and we can bump in together. Boom, bing, boom, bum. And we fall, boom, bum, and we jump up high. Pixie dust we desire. We fly so fast that nothing could stop us. We're in a race and zoom, we go together. We won a trophy and every day we high fives like the bells. But even Aurora hates. Hazel is boom, boom baba boom. You would see our hairstyles. It's a doom baba bear styles. But then we say kaboom. And last of all, Cinderella and Snow White. We kick it together. I'm royaler than ever. You know something? I love animals too forever. Wim, bom, bing, boom. We tie up together. We tie us both together. And boom, release. And boom, we go together. We boom. Now all the princesses are gonna tell their stories. First introducing. One day I was walking. I went to the ocean sea. But then I saw a little old man. He was playing with some needle and thread. I wanted to sew. I touched the needle and I fainted. Then along came a prince. He broke the spell with a kiss. And then they all lived happily ever after. And that's why I became a princess, by the way. Quiet! So my story was like this. I was always a maid, but I was in a kingdom. But my bad stepmother and bad stepsisters always made me a maid. But then one day there was a royal ball and everyone was invited except me. They did not let me come. But then I was crying. But then along came a fairy. She said, "Why are you crying?" Well, I wanted to go to the feast anyways. So then she made me a beautiful dress. And then, but I lost one of my glass slipper. When with the stripe 12. And then I had to go. But then a prince came to our house and then he tried on all the shoes he could find. But then I was the one. It fit me perfectly. And then everyone lived happily ever after. Oh, and my evil stepmother was vanished forever. My story was a bit beastie. Well, I was in a kingdom and my father was not feeling well, so I had to deliver a big package to the beast. So then, boom, I got vanished away with the ball, big beast, all his treasures and all were talking alive. But everything sung and all, and I escaped, but now the beast is always gonna be there. My dad, I don't know where he is. So then, now I trusted a beast. But and this you will never believe. A small tear came from my eye. It hit the beast. The beast turned into a prince. I mean, she took it all my voice. And then I went, but the spell broke. And then I got my voice back because I was still a human. But my father can always come to... So my father can always come to still visit me. The end. He's very angry. So this is a bit poisonable story of mine because I was in a kingdom as well, like every other of the girls. But by the way, my story is really bad. Pretty rough. Because I was in a kingdom, a very bad one, because who ruled a wicked queen who always had a magic mirror. She always said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most fairest on the wall. But the mirror must have got broken or something because it always said her, but then it started saying me. And then what happened, I had to be vanished. So I went to the forest with the huntsman, and then I saw a small cottage on below there. I have no idea what it means. But then I went inside, it was all dirty and crazy. But then I saw some persons. There were the 7 dwarves. But then they were little of to my feet. But then I helped them a lot, but again the evil queen came. She said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most fairest of all? But then what happened? She was really angry to hear that I'm still the most fairest of all. And she got really angry, so she made some poison apples, and then she made it to my cottage.
And they lived happily ever after.
No. And then the drawers were in work, but then I took an apple. I ate it, but I fainted. It was poison, right? And then the dwarves came back. They noticed something. I think they found a potion or something. Okay, I'll tell you they found a potion because I'm very scared of that. Auntie, 1 minute! 1 minute! But then they went to the doctor. They had a potion. They put it somewhere, anywhere, in the mouth. But then I lived happily ever after. But now for the last princess, guys. Now for the last fairy, by the way. Fluttering right up. Can I just make up a story because I don't know? Okay. I was just a small little fairy in my place in Neverland. I was in a place in Neverland and I had a best friend named Peter Pan. I'll show him to you. He is in a book. Which book is he in? I have so many books I can't even get which one is Peter Pan. Oh, wait. Peter Pan. See, this is me. And here comes Peter. He was the most powerful. He could fly with no fairy dust. But then we both charged in this house with Wendy, Michael, and John. They were the best. They met each other, but then we flew away with some pixie dust. But then came Captain Hook. He wanted to get us. So Peter had just fell down. He was scared. But then I got an idea. So then I took my fairy dust. I lifted Captain Hook. I put a boulder on his head. But it couldn't happen anything. Not a thing happened. But then Wendy, Michael, and John were really scared. But he thought his teddy bear was scared. So then Wendy took care of the lost boys and Wendy, Michael, and John like a great mother. But then, meanwhile, a new princess was captured by Captain Hook. But then, Peter Pan rescued her. But the Tick-Tock Rock was determined to eat them. They celebrated the princess rescuing. But then, by then, Wendy, Michael, and John were tied up in the poem. But then, I don't know why Captain Hook wanted to do that, but I was also tied up somewhere. And then, Captain Hook was laughing with this nasty old hook. But then, we flew away, but Mikey and John were still tied up. We helped them, and then we